Hey, welcome back to World Entertainment, and we finally got some big casting news for the next Godzilla X Kong movie, or whatever it's going to end up being called. At the moment, they're just seemingly calling it Godzilla X Kong 3, but none other than Jurassic Park's Sam Neill is joining the cast. Yep, that's right, he's trading in dinosaurs for kaijus, because why wouldn't you? And he is seemingly the first kind of big significant casting that's been added, but we don't know who he's playing or even what the full story actually is for this movie. But we do get an idea from Adam Wingard, who won't be directing this one but has directed the previous two, on who he would have put in there to face Godzilla and Kong. And it's interesting, but let's have a look at this anyway. So it's saying multiple sources are reporting that Sam Neill has joined the cast of Legendary's next MonsterVerse installment, the tentatively titled Godzilla X Kong 3. Plot details are being kept strictly under wraps for now, but the studio has teased that the new film, which is being helmed by Grant Stupor, I think, will follow several new human characters alongside the beloved and iconic titans Godzilla and Kong as they face off against a cataclysmic, world-ending threat. It's up for debate what that cataclysmic, world-ending threat could be, but the previous film's director, Adam Wingard, teased last year that if he were to direct the next film, Destroyfia, I think is how you pronounce it, might be in the cards. Speaking with discussing film, he said, "I'll say this, one of my top Godzilla movies is Godzilla vs. Destroyer, I think it is. The reason it's one of my favourite films is I don't think any other Godzilla movie, maybe outside of -1 and the 1954 original, has ever hit such emotional heights. The ending of that film, when Godzilla Jr. dies and subsequently Godzilla freaking melts to death, is so poignant and also beautiful in the way that they do it. The first time I saw it, it brought tears to my eyes. And part of that is thanks to Akira, however you pronounce the second names, Grant's score that plays in that scene. It's crazy because you look at Godzilla versus Destroyer, and it's a very high-end version of having a guy in a Godzilla suit. I would say it's probably the peak of it because I don't think it's been matched in terms of that version. The quality and the scale of having Godzilla brought to life through an actor in a suit. But that's the thing for me. If I were going to do another one of these films, I would want to hit that kind of emotional resonance with Godzilla as the character this time. That's what I'll say for now. It's interesting that he's saying that actually, and you'd think the last two movies he's kind of sidelined Godzilla for all intents and purposes. It's like, it's interesting that you're saying I'd give Godzilla this big emotional arc and stuff, and yet you're the one who sidelined him. So it's saying anyway, Sam Neill joins a star cast that features Caitlin Denver, who I think that's the person playing Abby in the Last of Us. Jack O'Connell, he was only recently added there a while ago. Delroy Lindo, Matthew Modine, Alicia Debenham Carey, I think I pronounced that right, and of course Dan Stevens is the only name so far that's returning. So we're not quite sure, again, who Sam Neill is playing, but it's saying here Denver will headline the human cast, with O'Connell playing her brother, and Stevens reprising his role from the previous film, where he played the veterinarian named Trapper. And then it's kind of giving some hints here. It says Grant Stupor, or Stupor, I'm not sure how you actually pronounce that, is directing with a screenplay from Godzilla 2014 scriber David Callahan, who's also done, who's also done Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Shang-Chi, and Mortal Kombat. So 2 out of those 3 were quite successful and well received, while the other one, not so much. Shang-Chi's the one that's not very well received. But other than that, like, there's no other information really. It kind of just goes into word soup about writers and what Sam Neill did with Jurassic Park. But it would be interesting to see who he's going to play. If he's kind of not going to be the main character, which you wouldn't really expect him to be, I'm curious, will he end up being like a villain of the piece? Very possible. Or will he end up playing the likes of Jack O'Connell and Denver's father? That's also very possible. It'll be interesting to find out. It'll also be interesting to see who and when it officially gets confirmed, because as this says, this is coming from multiple sources that he's signed on, but nothing concrete yet. Like, your Warner Brothers, Legendary and stuff, none of them have said it as of yet, so we'll wait and see. But it's an interesting casting choice. I think it's a good casting choice, you know. So yeah, bring it on. I know we do know this movie's not coming out until 2027, so we do have to wait quite a while. But there you go, Sam Neill trading in the dinosaurs for Godzilla and Kong. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.